Hey guys, I'm Anthony and welcome to Life with Anthony. I just came out for my walk today and it's a little humid today out here. The sun actually just came out when I just started walking. It was a little shady at first and had a little breeze going on. I guess they said, Anthony, you need this sun, you need this heat so you can work up a little sweat while doing this walk. But anyway guys, I hope you guys are having a great week. And now it's a little windy out here, so I hope that does not affect my sound today. But today, guys, the numbers are in. I got paid today for all that overtime that I put in the past 2 weeks. And today, I'm going to talk about the numbers. Was it worth all that overtime? And would I do it again? All that good stuff. So first I'm gonna do a recap of all the overtime that I put in that made this check that I got today. Then if you guys like to, comment below how much you think I brought home from all this overtime. So let's do a recap of all the overtime that I put in for the past 2 weeks that gave me the check that I got today. So the first week I worked 5 12-hour days minus 4 hours because I did go home early one day. So 5 12-hour days minus 4 hours. Then I worked Saturday and Sunday of that first week, 12-hour shifts both days. Then the second week rolled around and I worked 5 12-hour shifts again. And then I worked, okay, let me correct that. I actually worked 4 12-hour shifts because I called out Friday because I needed a much needed overnight sleep. So I was like, I'm not going up in that camp today. So 4 12-hour shifts for the second week. Then I worked Saturday 8 hours and Sunday 8 hours. So that's what made up the check that I got today. First week, Monday through Friday, 12 hours minus 4 hours. Then Saturday and Sunday, 12-hour shifts. Second week, Monday through Thursday, 12 hours. Saturday 8 hours, Sunday 8 hours. So think about it, and the gross amount that I made from all that overtime was $3,600 and some odd change. So $3,600 was the gross amount that I made from all that overtime. Now, before I actually tell you guys how much I brought home, comment below if you like. Let me know how much you think I brought home. So while you think about that for a second, I'm already getting hot out here. Now, while you think about that for a second, I want to tell you guys briefly about my McDonald's visit this morning. The same 2 women work at the McDonald's most of the time in the mornings. The same one that takes the order and then the same one that gives you your food at the second window. Well, both of these women are familiar with me because I go there a lot after work because I don't feel like coming home and cooking, and when I'm out of cereal or don't feel like eating cereal, I go to McDonald's and get a little meal. Well, this morning I decided that I was going to play around with the second lady that hands me the food. Now, usually at McDonald's, I get a large Diet Coke with my meal. And McDonald's have screwed up my drink more than enough times that they have me in a habit of, when they hand me my drink, I reassure whether it's the right drink. I'll say Diet Coke, and they'll say yes, okay? And then when I taste it, it's a regular Coke. Let me tell you something. There is no nasty taste than when you are used to drinking a Diet Coke and you take a sip of your drink and it's a regular Coke. It's nasty. And those of you who are Diet Coke drinkers like I am, and if you ever did that, settled for a regular Coke at some point, you know right away that, let's just walk this way. You know right away that that's not the right drink, you know? So, as I said, I'm in a habit now of just reassuring that it's a Diet Coke. Well, this morning, I was in the mood for a little change. So, I didn't want the Diet Coke. I decided that I wanted to get a sweet tea instead. So here's what I did to the woman. I'm telling you, I bust out laughing at her though. When I went up to the window to get my food, they hand you the drink first most of the time. She handed me the drink and I went. Now mind you, I ordered a sweet tea this time. So when she handed me my drink, I went, Diet Coke. And she looked at me with this strange look, and then she looked up at the screen, and I couldn't keep it in no longer. I bust out laughing. She looked at me like, Lord, sucker you. Oh my God, the look on her face, boy, I couldn't hold it in no longer, boy. I started laughing at her. I don't think she found it too funny though. But it was my morning laugh of the day. Oh boy, I was like, Diet Coke. She was like, looking up at the screen. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. One other little quick story about her, because I tend to play with them and laugh at them a little bit. One time I went through there and I got my order and everything, and this was the first time that I saw each of them with a mask on, and it took me by surprise because they didn't have a regular blue mask like I wear. They had, you know, their own little personal mask. So when the first lady opened up the window to take my money, I saw her mask and I was like, for some reason it looked so funny to me, and I just started cracking up laughing. And she said, what's funny? And then I was like, that mask, I mean, it kind of took me off guard there. And I must have laughed. Now, the funnier part is when I went to the second one. That woman at the second window, if you guys could see her, she just looks comical. You know, she just looks comical, and she's not trying to be comical, you know? So I could at times look at her when she opened up that window to hand me my food and just chuckle to myself. So I got to her window and she had a mask on too. And it was some kind of, again, personal mask. And I'm telling you, I lost it. I started laughing and she said, what's so funny? I said, you in that mask? She was like, I don't know where you been. And that's exactly what she said. She was like, I don't know where you been. I was like, you don't know where I've been. And this is when COVID first started, you know, and everybody was into their panic stage. She was like, I don't know where you've been. I was like, you don't know where I've been. I don't know what y'all doing back there with that food. You know? I'm the one should be worried, concerned. And once again, she looked at me like, Lord, sucker you. I tell you, being the first woman, we just be having a little short conversation every time I go there to place my order and give her the food. Oh my God. One time I went through there, and this is gonna be the last one, because this was funny too. One time I went through the drive-through. Okay, the number 9 is the Chicken McNugget meal. And that's probably one of the only things I get from McDonald's when I'm not getting breakfast. And so the woman, I went through there, and the Chicken McNugget is a number 9 meal. But I decided to just play around once again and order a number 10. And there's no such thing as a number 10. And the woman was like, a number 10? What's the number 10? I was like, the chicken. Actually, it wasn't me playing around. It was actually, I made a mistake and said a number 10. And it was a number 9. And I'm telling you, me and that woman laughed so hard. And then when I got around to paying her, she was at the first window. When I got around to paying her, she was like, a number 10. And we were laughing. And then it didn't even end there. When I got to the payment window, she must have told the woman that was preparing the food to give to me. Because when she handed me the food, she said, here's your number 10. And we laughed again. I tell you, I be having some crack up laughs at that McDonald's though. But anywho, enough of the Mickey D stories. Now, let's get into the final number, the net worth of what I brought home from all that overtime. So, your guesses are in. Here we go. Out of $3,600 and some odd dollars and change, I brought home $2,643. $2,643. Now, do I think that's good for all the time that I put in? Excuse me. For all the restless days and I had trying to prep myself to go to work to make it through the next 12-hour day? I do think that it's worth it, and I would do it again. And here's why I say that. It's a really good logical reason why. Because I'm gonna tell you guys what that check did for me. What that $2,643 check did for me. That check allowed me to pay my upcoming rent of $1,035. It also allowed me to put $800 into my savings account and still have a remaining $900 in my checking account. And so that is without using or touching any of the money that I already have in my checking account. It allowed me to not have to use any of the money I have in my savings account. So anytime that I come out of a check and able to pay a big bill like that, and because I didn't have to use any of the money in my checking account already, my savings account gained $800. My checking account gained $900. And that's without even using any of the money that I already had in either account. So it was definitely worth it for me, because all of my accounts after paying my biggest bill, which is my rent, gained. So it was a win-win situation in terms of numbers and paying off bills and having remaining money left over. So now my savings account is $800 richer and my checking account is $900 richer. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's walk. I hope that you guys enjoyed the walk. A few of you guys said that I have motivated you guys to become active and to get up and move around and become active. Thank you so much. Let's do this together along with Dawn. Let's keep it up. You know, can't just do nothing with your body as you get older. You gotta do some form of movement or exercise to at least keep your body moving and active. All right, guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys, you know that, and I will definitely see you guys very soon.